The most important thing, obviously, in any economy is the freedom to participate, the freedom to be who you are, to offer your talents, and not to be excluded through, the color bar or sexuality.
I would argue that anything that stops people from being healthy, productive, contributing members of society is going to impact on the economy.
People who are economically excluded, in other words, can't participate fully in the economic development and activities of a country, are going to, in a sense, also feel a knock-on effect to their political and their social inclusion.
I think in principle there should be some acknowledgement that LGBTI people have been, discriminated against in the economy, in finance, in business. I think that has been a reality, especially to people that are more open and more vocal about who they are.
We don't really have any reliable information or data, both in terms of numbers and also, how many people are there and how many people are not there, how many people are participating in the economy, how many are managers, how many people are owners of businesses or entrepreneurs. So we don't really have a lot of that information.
We do not track LGBTI people specifically because generally there is a perception that they are not really discriminated against in any major way. Unlike, for example, gender discrimination, racial discrimination.
I think the difference between, colour, for example, is that you can see if someone is black, you can see if someone is white. Gay and lesbian, you can't always tell, so it's more complex and more difficult to address, I think.
There is a sense at the same time that people participate, so the community participates, but they're not explicitly, out there. And I think it's partly the reason why South Africa has the kind of constitution it has, because it seeks to say we want everybody to participate fully and give their full talent so that we can prosper better.
And in fact, just recently, there was a fascinating study which showed for the first time, this was in emerging economies, a link between more progressive climates for LGBTI people and other economic indicators in those societies. In other words, as those societies became more accepting of minorities, the economies were doing better. And I think it suggests to me that when people are included in a society and they're healthy, they can be productive and they contribute to the GDP of that country.